Okay, welcome. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you for all of your love, your support. Thank you for joining me today. Um, if you watch me on a regular basis, you know that I have a lot on my plate, and so therefore, I don't get to do the weekly readings or anything as much as I would like, and I'm kind of going through a transitional phase, and I'm thinking, wow, it's eclipse season. Like, and it's so magical this year because we have three eclipses. Usually you have two eclipses for the season. You have the solar eclipse, then you would have the lunar eclipse. But this year we have the solar, well, we just had the solar eclipse. Then we'll have the lunar eclipse on July the 27th, I believe. And then come August the 11th, we will have another solar eclipse. And I thought, we're in such powerful energy this year. Being a collective 11 year, 2018, 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8 is 11. So 11 is the justice card. 11 is bringing in the balance. The 11 is making the hard decisions, making the hard commitments, making the hard choices, giving 110%, walking and talking with integrity, acting with integrity, being committed to yourself, your dreams, your goals, and your desires. And when we can do these things, when we can focus on that energy and move ourselves in that direction, magical, beautiful successes that you can't even imagine can come out of this kind of energy. So this year has been a very magical year. We have other transits still coming in the mix for the year of magic entering our lives, these moments of magic. So, and a couple of things I've noticed about the energy. One is that the numerology for the day for July the 12th was a 3. And then I think for the lunar eclipse, it's a 9. So that, and nines are all about endings and completions. But then the new solar eclipse in August, forget the fact that it's on the 11th and we're in the 11 years, so it's a double 11 energy for us. But it also boils down to a 3 again. And the 3 is the Empress. So it is all about our new beginnings, our new starts, the birthing of an idea, a plan, a goal, a dream, a desire. Now, also the solar eclipse in August, the numerology is actually a 30, and you rarely get a 30 number or 30 energy for a daily. So the 30 energy alone, even the worst kind of things are beautiful, are magical, are wonderful. There's success sprinkled everywhere in your lives. It's a time to celebrate. It's a time to rejoice. It's a time to say, I've got this. It's a time to plant those new seeds and to grow forward. Tapping yourself into your creativity with the 30 energy, tapping yourself into the creativity, your self-expression will just take you to the next level. So it's really about being true with yourself, to yourself. So I thought I would do each of the signs, and I just kind of wanted to kind of give that front for everybody, so that when I do the eclipse season videos for you individually, now the sun, the moon, and the ascendant, you should be checking all three. Okay. The sun is your outward, your deepest goals in life, what's important to you, how people view you, how you want people to view you, your goals, your dreams, your desires, your outward world. The moon is your emotion. How do you express yourself? How do you respond to things emotionally? And where can you grow emotionally? Where can you strengthen yourself emotionally? And then the ascendant is relationships, partnerships. So you want to know all of that when you are looking at these eclipses, and you need to view them individually, yes, but you also need to view them as a collective energy because they're building up upon each other. So a solar eclipse is a time of new beginnings, new chapters, new starts, new visions of your tomorrows, planting the seeds. So that's a new moon. A full moon, and the energy will last up to 4 weeks. A full moon is a time for completion, endings, healing, seeing where we are, seeing where we want the new beginnings and what has held us back. And that energy will last up to 4 weeks. So, but a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse will last up to 6 months. Now, I think the Leo energy kind of supersedes the Cancer energy to some degree, because it is the final eclipse going forward before we hit the fall. So we have to look at all 3 areas and how we can walk towards our new beginnings, our new starts, our goals, our dreams, our desires, growing relationships deeper, traveling, education, groups and friends, our service to others, our destiny perhaps. What type of healing or closure do we need in our life? What kind of completion do we need? Learning more about ourselves. And I think the Cancer eclipse was a lot about learning a little bit about ourselves, knowing that we don't need to control everything. It was the sun and the moon opposing Pluto during this. So Pluto is the one that, Pluto, you have to ask yourself, how can I grow? How can I grow through deepening my own self-knowledge? Seeing where I react, seeing where I try and control, seeing where I might have a goal in mind, but it's not for the highest good. It has an underlying of manipulation or wanting to keep things the same, or stubborn, or jealousy might be driving my goal. Wanting to show off, wanting to let my ego shine instead of my heart shine. So where does that happen in my life? And I think throughout the course of the next 4 weeks, we'll be given glimpses of, now, why are you in the situation? And what is it trying to teach you about yourself? We come to the lunar eclipse. And that is more about groups and friends and social causes, humanitarian ideas, global awareness, and yes, ideas in general, inventive imagination, creativity. I think Mars is very close, if not exact, with this full moon. And so it's in retrograde. I would have to think that we are looking at how to go forward, of breaking through the wall, of knocking the wall down, so kind of watch your anger, back it up, think it out, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to do. Don't let that knee-jerk reaction come through. Mars is always wanting to go forward. Mars is our warrior. And Pluto, Pluto was the Cancer. That's our inner warrior being awoken with Pluto retrograde. Mars retrograde, we are walking back over some of our steps, some of our actions, or lack of action. And so we need to analyze what didn't allow a closure in my life, what didn't allow an ending in my life. Where am I fighting that healing that could come into my life and open up new doors and new ways of looking at things, new perceptions. And then we have the Leo. solar eclipse. And we have that 11-11 energy. We've got that 30 energy. We've got the 3 energy of the Empress. Leo is our play. Leo is our romance. Leo is, getting up on that soapbox and saying, this is who I am and I love me for it. This is tapping into your creativity, sharing yourself through self-expression, creativity, recreation. But it's very much a me kind of energy. So throughout this solar eclipse to lunar eclipse and then back to the solar eclipse, and I failed to mention that Cancer, it was in our 4th house, right? That's family and home and heritage and foundations. So we'll probably be looking over the next couple of weeks, especially a little bit more towards our immediate home life, our family, our close friends, our allies, our close allies that we trust, that we lean on for support, that give us support, that give us encouragement. Our tribes, our clans, our foundations. And then it moves into more of a collective energy of groups of people, our humanitarianism, our social causes, our global awareness, and yes, our creativity and how we can use our creativity, our inventiveness in order to not only touch our life, our close family lives, but the collective. And then we move into Leo, which is that me center, that I am. That's the sun. It's ruled by the sun. Once again, what's our deepest goals? What's our deepest dreams? And how do we go forward? And we spent time contemplating home, family, foundations, groups, friends, global. And then we finally get to planting our seeds, which is our goals, our dreams, what we want in our life. So I'm going to do a reading for each of you, and stay tuned because it should, if I figure out how to edit properly, it should be coming on now. But in case I mess up, remember, I do love you. Welcome, Aries. This is the eclipse season for you. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We're going to pick some cards now for you. The eclipses are your 4th house, and then it moves to your 11th house, and then it moves to your 5th house. So we'll keep that in mind, but I think I'll do my regular spread. I was thinking, what am I going to do? I never quite know. So what do we have? Oh, look at this. We have the shadow side. What a fitting card for the solar lunar eclipse season for us. The shadow side, going within, learning something about ourselves. Now, this could be what we truly want. So we could be finding out through the next several months of where we thought we were moving towards a goal for ourselves, but it was maybe somebody else's idea, somebody else's plan, somebody else's agenda, more than it was yours. So where can you move into more of a stance of your independence, your freedom, your liberation? What truly makes you happy? Your deepest goals, your deepest dreams. What is hindering you in your personality, in your perceptions, the way you think, the way you react to certain things, your behaviors perhaps? Do you get completely stressed and then you binge eat, or you spend a bunch of money on absolutely nothing of real value, or do you go gambling, or do you decide to have that glass of wine that turns into a bottle of wine, or what's your vice? What's your behavior when things get stressful, when things get out of control, when things don't go your way? And learn that about yourself. Because once you know where you're going, you can stop where you're going if you don't want to go there the next time. If we're on automatic pilot, we're going to essentially keep going in the same pattern over and over and over again. And this eclipse season for you really can open you up to new behaviors, new ways of approaching things, new ways of approaching your goals and dreams versus other people's goals and dreams, and how you can connect collectively on a positive level and utilize each other's talents and abilities, co-create with each other, and yet move forward in a very independent way that not only nourishes who you are as a person, but it nourishes your immediate surroundings and, yes, the collective. We have the Knight of Swords. So you are, this is taking your dreams to, the next level and beyond, sending it up to God, your angels, your spirit guides, source. And, what I saw in this card right away is the darkness that starts down here as we're closer to the earth, and how it almost becomes, a purity of white, right? We go to the silvers and we just get white, and we've got the gold on, so that's a very godly color, spiritual color. And then the silvers. And during new moons, you should always bring out your silver. You should be wearing whites. You should be wearing the pastels. You should be celebrating the new beginnings, the new starts. Always. With this card, it's taking your dreams to God, your angels, your spirit guides, of really where you want to go, and really empower your affirmations. So now I do have a video for New Moon Affirmations, and yes, watch it. But more than doing it as a meditation, I would wish that you would grab a piece of paper and a pen and just write down some things that really gravitated with you personally, and make it your own, so you can say it whenever. And if you would like to follow along in the video and play it, several times throughout the next couple of months, that's great. That's wonderful. But I really want you to walk away with your own version. Maybe it's more of a mission statement for you. Maybe it's more of a declaration that you want to say aloud. This is dreaming it big. This is taking it up to the heavens and them hearing you. And know that your wishes, your dreams, your hopes, your desires have wings. And we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is, we're so worried and we're so concerned over these little things that just don't matter really in the long run. If it's not going to matter 5 years from now, stop. Concentrate on the big picture, I would think, more than the little picture right now. If you're with somebody and they forget to take out the garbage, well, everybody's human, everybody errs, and everybody forgets, and we shouldn't take it personally. We shouldn't get angry about it. Now, if it happens for 5 years straight, we've got a problem. But is it really a problem? Or are we focusing our energy on the negative and getting concerned about the little things? I mean, pick up the garbage yourself and take it out. Done. Where are you doubting yourself? Where are you, letting self-doubt in? I mean, we started with the shadow card, so where are we allowing ourselves to doubt ourself, our talents, our abilities, of what we can step into if we truly desire? And maybe it's having to actually make some of those commitments, because, with the 11 energy so strong throughout this whole year, The commitments that we're asked to make are, we hold the sword, and here we have the swords here all over. So do we grab one of those swords and cut away what no longer serves us, no longer brings us value? And in your case, being the 4th house of family foundations and the 11th house of groups and friends, and the 5th house of romance and play and self-expression and play, what do we cut away? What is weighing us down? What is holding us down? What is not allowing us to move forward in the direction that we want to move? What hinders us? And maybe it hinders us in time or energy or resources. And don't be beating yourself up right now. Don't be worried about the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff right now. Look at the big picture. Now for work and career, we have the 2 of Cups with the 3 of Swords. It could be some extremely new beginnings for you when it comes to work and career. Now, work and career for you would be the 10th house, and that would be how the sun and the moon opposed Pluto. So, and that was the first solar eclipse, the one that just happened. So, where are you not enjoying what you do? Where do you lose that passion in what you do? What new beginning do you want to come into your life? Now, I call it work and career, but it's really what defines you. Okay? Because if I met you, most people would tell me, what they do for a living. But what you do for a living may not be work-oriented or career-oriented. It might be your dedication within the community. It might be your home and family. It might be your health and well-being that you tell me about before anything else. What defines you as a person? And where is the pain? Where is the struggle? Where do we need the release? Where do we need the endings? Where do we need the healing? And where do we need the new beginnings? And, this is a very positive card saying that you could very well meet somebody that is just going to take you to the next level in what you do and who you are, in your dreams and goals and desires. This is new beginnings, new starts, new relationships within work and career as well. Could be part of it. Be careful because it is with the 3 of Swords, which probably indicates a very strong, if you meet during this time or connect during this time, that it could pull you down instead of raise you up when it comes to work and career. So watch that kind of energy. Take it slow, take it steady. Make sure that it's a two-way street. Make sure that there is support and mutual understanding both ways. Let's go to love. For love, look at this. We have the Page of Swords with the Death card. Oh my goodness. Venus has just gone into your 6th house in Virgo, right? Careful of the knee-jerk things. Okay, think before you talk. Make sure that you want to, what you're expressing is actually what you're trying to express. This could be with the Death card now. Yeah, relationships could end, but they could also go through a very spiritual growth. And it almost puts you into a new beginning, a new start, a fresh page, a new chapter. With the Page of Swords, spirituality is very strong. Your intuition is very strong. Your heart center is very strong. Empathy, okay? And be careful if you're an empath with this kind of energy, because you will pick up on other people's emotions. Make sure that you're not taking those emotions with you. Make sure that every day that you are surrounding yourself in your mind with a circle of mirrors facing outwards as a shield of protection wherever you go. So, and what happens when the mirrors are facing outwards is that evil cannot come close. And when I say evil can't stand to see itself, so it will back off. It has no choice but to back away if it sees itself, so it can't come near you. And really what the evil is negative energies trying to attach to you, trying to drain you. And goodness attracts good, right? So when goodness sees itself in the mirror, it comes close, and then more goodness and more goodness and more goodness. And it does keep you very safe. Okay, also with the sword, you know, if you want to do a meditation right now, I would do a meditation of asking Archangel Michael to come down with his mighty sword and cut away any cords of attachment from other people that is diminishing your time or your energy or your resources. Because we have that sword. Now, pages are bright, new, fresh energy. So, you know, get out there and do things. Like when it comes to recreation and play and having fun, and go to those concerts and go to those fairs and go to those gatherings and get-togethers, and with friends, with family. Because when I do love and relationships, it's your love, it's your relationship. So yes, we could be talking about a lover, a soulmate, but we could be talking about a best friend here. We could be talking about a parent, a child, a sibling, somebody close to you in the neighborhood or the work area. Best friends, absolutely. Partnerships, close partnerships and associations. And so we want, you know, this is really energy asking us to step away from energy that we know is negative or detrimental, and step into energy that is like-minded, that supports you, that raises you up. It's about having fun. It's about raising your vibration through laughter, new experiences, and stepping away from some old experiences. So it could be a new circle of friends. It could be a new best friend coming in. It could be, you know, a new work. You know, we had the Two of Cups there. So it could be new relationships within a new working arena. Our spirituality. Look at this, we have the Fool. Wow. If that is not a statement to you about new beginnings. So in tarot, the Fool starts the journey and ends up at the World card. And then we have gained all that knowledge walking through the major arcana of the tarot. And then we come back to the Zero, the Fool again. But now we have more wisdom. Now we have more direction. Now we know a little bit better of what we want and we don't want. So it's about this new elevated path that we step onto. So look towards the new beginnings that you want to start in your life, your passions, your dreams, your goals, and setting new goals and setting new dreams for yourself. Health and well-being. Look at this. We have the Karma card, which is the Judgment card in most decks, but here in this deck it's called the Karma card. And look at the moon. Is that not an eclipse? So, you know, when you say health and well-being, a lot of people start thinking diseases and stuff like that, or you're thinking that perfect fit body, but look at your stress levels. See what in your environment is causing you stress, causing you worry, causing you chaos. Okay, because stress can be completely mean to the human body. It can deplete our energy. It can send us into fits of depression. It can make us physically sick. All of a sudden, that cold, that flu, that cold sore, or something worse. So release Allow healing in. You know, this card is really about making honest appraisals of our health and well-being, of what we are doing in our life that is detrimental and what we are doing in our life that is actually keeping us strong, fit, determined, with enough energy and passion to attach ourselves to it every day, raising our vibration, raising our light. And yes, this card is very much about making some hard choices and having the determination to stick to those commitments. It's about not sitting on the fence anymore. It's about erasing the procrastination of maybe one day I'll start doing this, but not now. Well, it's now. With this card here, it's now. Okay, it's about reconstructing your life in some way. Maybe it's part of your routine, maybe it's all of your routine. It's about making decisions. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.